gameplay video. Today we're gonna play around in some Sonic X Shadow Generations, specifically Sonic Generations. It's been a bit since we've jumped into Sonic Generations, and I figured why not hop back in, and I actually have the special classic and modern skins on, so let's race around and get some, maybe grab some S-ranks. But before we get into it, I hope you all get plenty of tingles from all of the controller sounds and the whispers, and without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right, let's hop right in. Like I said earlier, I've got the classic Sonic Jam outfit on for Classic Sonic, and the Dreamcast outfit on for Modern Sonic. Less an outfit, more a skin, I guess. So yeah, let's just run around and go through some stages and see if we can grab some S ranks as per the usual. Maybe set some new records. Let's go. Because I figure, it's been a good bit since we've run around in Generations. We've been doing more cross worlds, and we just came off of the, well, not just, but relatively just came off of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough, which was oh my goodness. I've never actually fallen off of that bridge before. I guess I wasn't going fast enough. Good to know that it really does just drop you onto the bottom path. Oops, alright, that's fine. We'll take the middle path today. Boing, and back to the bottom path. Honestly, I love all the paths in this game. Like, they're so relaxing. Even the more bottom paths, it gives you something different to look like. Like, you in the back here, you could have seen the bridges and more detail instead of Green Hill. I love when you look in the background there. You can see, I forgot about that. You can see more of, Green Hill and how far it really stretches. It goes far. And then when you go with the modern, you get to explore all of that, basically. Let's take the bottom path, I love this little cave. I love this cave, and the second you enter it, you get this nice little ambiance. This nice cave ambiance that's just so relaxing. Boom. Whoa. And then you break out. I don't know, I just love how the stage is designed in Generations. I mean, the design, it's Green Hill, it's always amazing, but I love how it's in Generations. Some of that is absolute nostalgia, but it's really smart design. Anywho, rank A, rank S. No new times though. It is pretty easy for what it's worth to get an S rank in Generations in general, because it's made on it for some reason it's on the simpler side, and I don't really mind that. So the real challenge here really is to get some good times. Let's go. Whoop. Boom. Bang. 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 Go. Shloop. Boop. There we go. Boom. Sometimes I'll feel compelled to use square to homing attack or to boost, because that's how it used to be on in the original Generations. But I don't mind using R2, and I think square still works for the homing attack. It just doesn't work for boost anymore. Nope, square is jump now, and it was a little bit of a change to get used to, but I don't really mind it. Was it square? I'm pretty sure it was always square. I'm near certain it was always square, at least in Generations, in the original Generations, unless my memory is serving me badly. Because it was definitely square to boost in the original Unleashed, and for some reason they made that the homing attack as well, and that was the only way to do the homing attack. similar to it. I love that. It's amazing. Anyways, yeah. So in the original versions of gens, homing attack was put to X while they kept boost on square, so you could still boost with square. Homing attack was just double tapping X, so you wouldn't misclick. But in my head, I combined the two for some reason, so I felt compelled to hit square because I was thinking of OG Unleashed controls. But yeah, no, that's what I was. But apparently it does still work, so you could still homing attack with square if you wanted to. Let's go classic a little bit. Let's go classic. I definitely want to go to Sky Sanctuary after this, given that we did just finish our Sonic 3 and Knuckles Let's Play, so we're more acquainted with Sky Sanctuary, and it'll be fun, given that it's fresh in all of our heads, basically. Oh my god, including me, because it's been a bit since I played Sky Sanctuary, at least until, I played it on the channel. Boom. So it'd be nice to see the changes they made. Oh no, I should have gone right. Don't know why I thought to go left for a second. Whoa, boing. Let's not go the underwater path. I'm gonna take the underwater path, though, aren't I? We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Boing. Hold up, extra life. I have maximum amount of lives anyways, but I still want the extra life. Why? I just want it. But that's interesting. I actually didn't pay it. Wow. Sonic, my boy. You wanna? Yeah, there we go. Let's not hit that. Shloop. Boing. Boing. Oh, I should have gone right. Alright, well, I should have gone left. Now I'm going right. Boing. Boing. Up we go. That's really smooth, by the way. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know how I dodged that. Run, Sonic, run for your life. Because that was gonna lead me to the bottom path, but I somehow missed it. I don't know how I floated on the water for like an extra second, and I landed onto the top path. Oh man, that saved us a lot of time. Whoa, whoa, swoop. There we go. Alright, and I'm expecting an S. But did we get a better time? No. It's the same, well, roughly around the same time. That's fine, honestly. I don't really mind that. Alright, now, let's run it through with, Modern Sonic, or I guess in this case, Dreamcast Sonic. Dreamcast design is so cool, by the way. Like, I love how you can see the iteration of classic to Dreamcast to modern, because Dreamcast kind of kept a lot more of the original, at least classic shortness, because Dreamcast Sonic is on the shorter side, but he has some of those modern Sonic looks, like slightly longer arms, and how I guess the quills, ended up looking, and then with modern Sonic, you can see, the full, final, I guess, design change. Though even in modern Sonic's case, I think he's gone through a few minor changes. In 06, he had these really long, like, spaghetti arms. They looked, in my opinion, I didn't really love them. They looked a little weird. He was, like, crazy long for some reason. Then in Unleashed, they kind of, like, nailed the look a lot more, and shortened the limbs down to a more normal kind of look, and they kept it with gens and with colors. And then I think around the time of Forces and Frontiers, they changed it up and made him a little bit shorter to get him closer to the classic Sonic design. And they, funnily enough, put him in an idle pose that is literally like the modern equivalent of classic Sonic's idle pose, where he has his hands by his side. It's amazing. Honestly, his design still looks amazing. I love Sonic's design. Like, it's just looked fantastic. Boing. Boop. Let's go. Ha. maybe set a new something for myself. But in modern Sonic stage, it is exploding, which actually makes a lot of sense because that's why everything is really malfunctioning in the second half of the stage, because it's straight up it's having a meltdown. I love that. I love that. It was a really cool change, and it's crazy cinematic. Anyways, let's go Sky Sanctuary Act 1 and Act 2. The stage is very, very different than the original. This part is still the same. This entry section where Knuckles would normally end up activating the switch, and then you've got this little beam that I almost died on in the playthrough. And this entry section here, pretty similar, but it starts, deviating pretty quickly. But I do love how they do this, by the way. I'm not gonna get up there. I'm not gonna waste time trying to get up there. And then it really starts like getting remixed. How am I messing this up? Hello, there we go. Boing. But they keep all the really memorable moments, like this moment here where you pop out and you first see the egg robos. I missed that. It's kind of weird how you have to do it. I've done it, I think, on one of our runs before, but it's kind of weird. You have to like spin dash across them. But then they chain stuff up, and they really mess around with the I don't want any speed shoes, with the perspective by swapping around to 2D and like using the 2.5D elements to their max. Boing. And of course those warp beams, balls, I don't know what they're called, looking all modern. I love the look, I love it. And obviously there's just so much more depth to the backgrounds of Sky Sanctuary, because you'd expect there to be some changes 20 years after, and the Death Egg just very, very imposing. Boom. And of course adding in stuff that were some other things. This was from, I believe, Marvel Garden Zone, which was also in Sonic 3. So they paid some homage to the same exact game that mechanic was from in this one, which is really cool. They were like, here's some Sonic 3 mechanics, and of course, one of the most memorable stages in Sonic 3. And Knuckles, and more so Sonic and Knuckles than Sonic 3, but they're the same thing. They're combined. Though honestly, all the stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles were really great. I mean, I talked about all of them when we did the playthrough. If you haven't seen it yet, it's in a playlist on the channel. I highly recommend it. But yeah, no, they're amazing stages. Shaboop. Things are cut. Oh, and you can see the Death Egg is getting closer and closer. It's trying to get away, just like in the final section of the Sonic 3, the Sky Sanctuary in Sonic 3, where they're running up the pillars to get to it. Really awesome. And we know what happens after that. Of course, there was no Mecha Sonic to get in our way this time. That would have been insane, by the way. Just playing through this level and Mecha Sonic just shows up out of nowhere, like, haha, didn't expect the boss fight, did ya? That'll be insane. And then modern Sonic's version of the level is just very different, but also amazing. Whoa. Bang, 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 boop, boing, whoop. Let's go. Thanks for telling me how to do tricks, Oma Chow. I know I could technically turn off Oma Chow, but like, I don't know, I just kind of like having them there. Alright, almost missed. That's kind of how I always had it back when I, played on the PS3, and I was like, I'm glad the option is there. I'm not even sure the option was there in the original PS3. It might have been, but I'm glad it's here now, but I'll leave it on. I know a lot of folks would definitely be, ow, I always get hit. Well, most of the time I get hit. That's alright. I'll get some rings in a second. But yeah, I know some folks would definitely, like to turn off Oma Chow. Because they can get kind of annoying, and I get it. But I don't mind. Okay, what we're taking, like I said earlier, we're taking bottom paths today. Okay, let's wait sanctuary in the background, but it looks just a little bit different, a little bit more oh my god, oh man, I am glad there was a cloud over there. That would have sucked severely. Whoa. Hop, hop, homing attack, button press. Thank you for the extra life that I don't need because I have maxed out. Yeah, I didn't actually. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna need that. Oh my god, I saved myself. That was insane. Wholly expected to just die right there, and he was like, well, good thing I picked up the extra life. Wouldn't have mattered, mind you, but still. Oof, couldn't get there. And, oh, there we go. There is a smoother path to get to that war beacon, but like, I didn't take it. Let's go right. Okay, but going forward, I was gonna try to take the secret right side path, but I don't really mind it. I love these random interconnected paths. They're small, they're nothing big, but I just love them. Whoa. Alright, I should have hit sidestep. Well, actually, I don't necessarily have to hit sidestep. It's just gotta like tilt myself and I'll make it. Boop and a boop and activate this button. And now I gotta chase down this egg robot before he gets there. See ya. And now everything is blowing up. Everything just tends to blow up apparently in modern Sonic stages. The second half of the stage, it's just everything goes crazy. But honestly, I love that. It really does make these stages just feel extra cinematic. Especially because we all kind of know how the stages, go normally. So adding that bit of twist to them, that's awesome. And that's kind of what classic Sonic stages does a bit as well. As you progress and get into the stages where we know how modern Sonic stage generally tends to go, come rooftop run, but it's a bit different with classic Sonic. Again, everything about this game is just so well made. So I just love it. I love it. Anywho, though, let's go. Let's skip Speed Highway. I want to actually hop into City Escape. I don't think we actually did City Escape in a bit. And then we'll hop into one more maybe, and then we might call it a quits. But City Escape, why not? Oh man, again, I love the colors. Whoa, boing, boing. That wasn't really a boing as so much as a schloop. Aha! Managed to take the top path. Still, the top path is kind of difficult to keep. Also, just as a random side note, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said I love the music in this game because it is an amazing, amazing, amazing soundtrack. But I also love how they did two different remixes of the song for classic and modern. Classic is slightly more electronic beat, while modern is a bit more rock heavy because, that tends to be the case, especially it's more similar to how it was in Adventure 2. Kind of surprised they didn't include, just random thought, kind of surprised they didn't include any callbacks to, what do you call it, the truck chase sequence from Adventure 2 in the Sonic 3 movie. It just now hit me. I mean, they included a lot of callbacks to like a lot of different things, and Gun was everywhere in that movie, but weirdly enough, I don't remember there being a callback to the car chase. Maybe there was a simple callback, which is still cool. Okay, that's fine. We're going good. Whoa. Yeah. All right. Boing. And now we run. We're taking the bottom path. Run, Sonic. All right. Boop. A. Missing Mighty and Ray since 1995. Funny they never owned this Fang. Funny they never updated it. I mean, I guess you don't want to change too much. And it is still a funny joke, but we got them back. We got them back. We got all the boys back. We got Mighty and Ray back in Mania, and then we got Fang and Superstars. Love that they brought some of those guys back. And there's still a good bit of other characters, classic Sonic characters that, they could still easily bring back in other games, Oh my god, what was that man's name? He carries around bombs. I think his name is Bomb, honestly. There's the polar bear, whose name I'm blanking on, who was also classic Sonic character they had, because it was an early Sonic game, so they only had so many characters. So you had Tails, Knuckles, Fang, Bomb. I'm pretty sure his name was Bomb. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure his name was Bomb. I'm forgetting the polar bear's name, and that's gonna aggravate me. Oh my god, that's not Drift. And all the other, oh my god, and all the other, oh nice, and all, oh my god, almost missed that. Alright, that's fine, alright, that's right, once we can survive, and then, all the other characters, so you had Amy, you had Metal. Sonic the Fighters was a cool game. I never got a chance to play it, but it looked really fun. Maybe one day they might throw it into another remastered collection to get more, even more Sonic games brought into the modern day. Even if it's a simple, remaster or a port. Bang, bang, boom. Kind of like what they did with some of the other games in Sonic Origins, the Game Gear games and stuff like that. You don't really need a full-hearted remaster. A simple port where it works. Hey, that's enough. Oh, bang, 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 boom, boom, and let's go. Shloop, and hop, and do I want the extra life? I mean, it'll give me points. Does it give me score? I actually don't know. I'm only now realizing there is no score icon on the UI. Interesting. So you can't really see your score until the end. I don't know why. It took me literally decades to realize this. But I guess you don't really need to pay attention to score. Score is, I don't want to say score is like an antiquated thing, but it's not something most folks pay attention to again. But it is also nice. It is also nice just to have sometimes. But I guess this way you can, be surprised with your score when you get it by the end. Boom, and homing attack, work my way up. Something I remember right here, I would sometimes just wait here just to hear the rest of the City Escape song, because the level isn't actually long enough if you're moving at a kind of normal pace to hear the entire thing. Whoa. So you have to, if you want to hear the full song, you have to kind of wait for it to play out. But it's a really good remix. Anywho, running from the gun truck, classic Sonic style, not classic Dreamcast Sonic style. Oh my god. Whoa, run. Let me take this right side path. Should be on the billboard, right? Yep. Whoa, I love that. Random little thing, but I love that. Alright, I am going to run out of rings and more. Ow, I'm going to run out of boost. That's the big thing. I'm going to run out of boost. We're going to need to save some boost for this particular section, because if you don't boost here, I believe you will get hit. Honestly, it still gets really close. Oh, I got hit. I actually did get hit. Wow. I think I ran out of boost too. I ran out of boost at the last possible second, and it was bad timing, but hey, we had enough rings to pull through. Thank God you don't lose all of your rings. And we still got an S rank. Let's go. Alright, let's go do one more level somewhere in the modern section, and then I think we'll call it a quits for today. Crisis City, Rooftop Run, or Planet Death, oh Whisper. I really don't know. Let's go do, should we do Crisis City? I'm debating Crisis City. We always do Rooftop Run. I love Rooftop Run, obviously the vibes and the colors, but let's do Crisis City. We haven't done that in a bit on the channel. Whoa. Also the coloring, I haven't talked about this enough, but the coloring of, at least it's the lighting of classic Sonic in this. Oh no. Jesus. But I really love the color of blue that they gave him. I know it's not the traditional darker blue, but also like I love this color of blue for him. It looks really, 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 really good in the games. I think they did that first with Mania, and then no, but did it first here, I think. Yeah, I think yeah, it had to be. Yeah, it had to be. Chance came out years before Mania did. I'm gonna need some rings. They did it first in Gens, then they did it in Mania, and then Forces, and they kind of kept that color for him. For Classic Sonic, the lighter blue. I am getting it everywhere. Jesus Christ. Hell, that was just my fault. That was just me not thinking through. Boing. Let's go up. See ya. And then they kept that color, that lighter blue color for, wait for it, that lighter blue color for Classic Sonic. They kept it in Forces, they had it in Mania, then they kept it in Superstars as well, which was beautiful. I mean, I've ranted about how much I love. I don't know how I didn't die there. Love the colors in Superstars. And Classic Sonic's colors just pop. The definition of colors popping off the screen. Honestly, the whole cast of characters' colors just pop. Tails' colors, Knuckles' color, which is like this nice red with a tinge of pink to it. Huh. How did I not die there? I was trying to hit the flying wyvern or whatever it's called, and I missed. But I'm surprised I didn't die. I mean, yeah, but the colors of everybody in Superstars is amazing. The colors of Sonic, of Classic Sonic, I love that blue. There goes the sign. Always sucks to see it go. Let's not go into the flames of disaster. Let's give it a second. Let's wait for the flame tornado to pass. Just wait it out. Just wait it out. Boing. Shaboop. Shaboing. Here we will die though. Here we will 100% die if I miss. So let's not miss. Boing. And let's keep going. Keep on running, Sonic. Keep on running, Sonic. Run for your life. Boing. Hi there. I love this detail, by the way. How you can literally see the sign passing you whilst you're running. It's like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Bye. Like it's taunting you. I love that detail. Anyways, let me be careful here. Come on. Bang. Let's go. We didn't die, so we should get an S rank. Better timer score. Don't know about that. No. That's okay. We still got our S rank. Let's go. Nice. Hey, and there's Blaze. Man, I really hope we get some game eventually at some point in the future with Blaze again. Blaze is such an awesome character, and I mean, like, even if it's like, I am so down for just a simple 2D, I guess sequel. Yeah, it's not technically a sequel to. Oh, okay, we're not gonna count that. Let's start this over. Start over. We're gonna lose the life anyway, so starting over also costs you a life, but that's fine. At least it's a clean slate. Okay. But yeah, no, I'd so be down for just like a sequel to, what do you call it? Okay, that's not where I was trying to go, but alright, game, if you say so. A sequel to Rush or something, to Sonic Rush. And Sonic Rush Adventure. I'm absolutely gonna not forget about Sonic Rush Adventure. Awesome game. But yeah, no, just even something as simple as that. Doesn't need to be a major mainline, massive Sonic game. Something like that, I am down with. Because Blaze is so cool. And again, her gameplay is incredibly similar to Sonic, so you kind of have the same situation with Shadow, where you can make a very similar game with a few small, mechanical changes, but keep the same kind of like speed and flow and gameplay design that they do with, when they make Sonic and Shadow gameplay, like in Generations, where it's basically the same kind of gameplay, but, there's small changes, but you still get to keep, the traditional Sonic speed. I always just get hit by that. I have to remember to just wait. But yeah, no, I would love, Blaze to show up in something else, somewhere. I mean, I'm glad she's still showing up in games, obviously. She's in Crossworlds, which is awesome. But I'm gonna need like a full game, not a Blaze Soul game. Though I'm not against a Blaze focused game either. I am so done with that as well. But like, another, basically something similar to Rush, in the same kind of like dual protagonist kind of way. Bang. Boom. Let's go. Boop and go and boop. Or they can always just remaster the Rush games. I'm also not against that in the slightest. You will hear no complaints from me. Because that would be amazing. Those games are currently, Rush and Rush Adventure are trapped on the DS. Which is a crazy thing to say, but it is true. It is trapped on the DS. And I'm down if they want to make that a little collection of the Rush games. Throw in Sonic Colors DS as well for the sake of it, because it's kind of like the spiritual threequel game, given that it's basically the same, a very similar set of mechanics, just more fine-tuned. And I'm totally down for that. I would love that. I will be one jolly camper. That's not the phrase, but I had to switch it around. Anyways, though, we did pretty good for what it's worth. We didn't die, surprising. Well, we died at the beginning, but we're not counting that. Hey, yo, best rings and best score. That's really good. That's really good. We have best rings here because I actually didn't die when I was running up to this tornado. I always get hit by something, but I think I figured out a really safe path. Where if you basically take the path I just took, the most straightforward bottom path, you won't get hit. But that's awesome. That's awesome. Anywho, though, I think this is a pretty good place to call it a quits for the day. This is so much fun. I'm so excited to jump back into Generations again in the future. I mean, we were always gonna keep jumping back into Generations. I love this game, but I'm also really excited to hop back into Crossworlds. Kinda soonish. But yeah, it was a blast. I hope you all, he's doing a little idle animation, that's nice. I hope you all got plenty of tingles from all of the controller sounds and the whispers